Hello! Hola! Welcome! I hope you're doing well, wherever you are. If it's daytime, nighttime, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, okay? Just cleansing out the energies. So by the time I'm filming, today is International Women's Day, which is a warrior, revolutionary, socialist energy. That it was only acquired because of socialists. Because people still are going against anti-capitalist, oppressive, and imperialist energy, which is something that we need to honor revolutionary fighters, especially women during this time. Okay, a lot of people, you benefit a lot from a lot of rights that were fought and fight against. A lot of disgusting energy. There was a lot of things that was, done in order for you guys to have those rights, okay? Another thing I want to honor today, the women in Palestine, mothers, women who have to go through a lot, especially now that the humanitarian is being blocked. And also I'm going to show you a video of also them attacking a reserve of humanitarian food that they already have saved before the siege of it, before the close of the gates. And they burn it, the occupation, of course. Again, there is a sacrificing energy that's going around, but I also want to honor the women in Sudan who have gone through a lot of bullshit, okay? The women in Congolese as well, in the Congo, the Yemen women, okay? Women in Haiti. Okay, there's all the women that we also need to, and also that too is like that energy of the feminist energy that needs to be decolonized. That is very true. And the energy is very, very intense, especially very soon we're going to go through the full moon in Virgo, which is all about grounding and letting go of perfectionism. Trust me, it's a work in progress. But today the energy also was more like, because I'm also doing Ramadan as well, and it's a lot of reflecting going on at the same time, and I wanted to sort of wait until I was able to get back into and assess all the situation and wait for the right messages. But Father God keeps saying a lot of things he wanted to prove in this video also. All the people that he's going after. So everybody who, again, he keeps saying, and I think these people are trying to test to see if it's true, which is kind of psychologically fucked up. But I feel like these people are trying to test God's limit or what God can do. Because this is a recruiting message. But again, colonizers really don't understand. They will never will, okay? But like I said before in the messages that he'd been saying, that everybody where you see the attacks, where you see that they're attacking the pro-Palestinian students, this is the universities that he's going to go, the people who are doing this stuff. Obviously, we are seeing that there is the president and this guy, Spanish guy, whatever his name is, Rubio, whatever his name is. One thing that I noticed, there was, I don't know if it's going on Twitter or something like that, I'll try to find it, but there was like, he marked himself with like the black cross on his forehead as of like, because it's weird, because we are in that process of a lot of fasting. It's not just only for Muslim, and also for Christian, Catholics, the Eastern, it's all about the fasting and being there for others and empathy and stuff like that. And it's weird that colonizers always use this energy to do really horrendous and evil fucked up shit. So I feel like there is this shift where it has happened already in the portal. A lot of us felt it a bit, but it's like an energy that is like they're trying to retaliate, and then the people is like, just the more they retaliate, the more it's like people are just waking up. But yeah, this is what he wants to show you today.
On this Women's Day, we want to honor Palestinian women because no words can truly describe how strong they are. For decades, they have stood up to Israeli occupation. They have lost so much: homes, families, children. But even in their grief, they stand tall, holding on to love, to memory, to resistance. When Israel tries to erase them, they grow stronger. When the forces try to silence them, they raise their voices. When the occupation tries to take their land, they hold it closer. They stand on the front lines, fearless in the face of soldiers, reporting the truth even when the cause is their lives. Through their struggle, resilience, and love, they shape the future of Palestine. In every mother's arms, in every sister's sacrifice, in every heartbeat that refuses to surrender. To all sisters, mothers, grandmothers, daughters, aunts, wives, girlfriends, you are all heroes. Happy Women's Day.
Are you a capitalist? Odds are you aren't a capitalist. Do you own any private property? Not property such as your iPhone, toothbrush, or house. Karl Marx defined private property as things such as the iPhone factory, a landlord's rental units, or the farmland owned by a big business, but worked by wage laborers. If you don't own private property, you're not a capitalist. Do you work a job? If yes, then are you your own boss? And do you own the building you work in, or the tools that you use to do your job? If you answered no, then you are not a capitalist. You are what Marx called the proletariat, or working class. This is an economic class of people whose only way to survive is to sell their labor power for a wage or salary. For every hour of work you do for a company, you are selling that hour of labor to them in exchange for a wage. The capitalist or the boss pays workers to produce a product for them to sell. In exchange for this, the boss pays the workers a wage. However, the wage is always less than what the product is worth. This is the only way for the capitalists to produce profit for themselves. The workers can never receive the full value of what they produce. This is the inherent exploitative flaw of capitalism. Marx argued that workers should end this exploitation by seizing the means of production and eliminate this exploitative class system. Capitalists need the workers, but the workers don't need the capitalists. Workers of the world unite.
No one in Canada should ever be afraid to call themselves a Zionist. I am a Zionist.
Oh, Trudeau, Trudeau, Trudeau. You thought we didn't know? All you Zios are the same. Racist assholes with no shame.
Shumu. What's your name? Who's What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Amen. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
My name na Avuvu Onichi Movement or Sans.
In 2001, every single one of us at this table was an adult in 2001 who knew well and good enough that you don't put blackface on and behave this way as a grown adult teaching. Also, you're a teacher. What kind of example are you setting? It's amazing to me that he did this twice before, and it occurred to him, let me do it again.
These are the images that have Justin Trudeau saying he's sorry. They're from an event in 2001 when, as a high school teacher, he was part of a gala with an Arabian Nights theme. Other images, including a grainy video, have also emerged of Trudeau in similar makeup, reportedly in high school in the 1990s.
The Democrats want you to think that this is what resisting Trump looks like, but no, sorry, we have the internet. Let me show you what real resistance actually looks like. Just a few days ago, Serbian lawmakers literally threw tear gas and smoke bombs into their parliament in order to protest their government. Or do you remember in New Zealand when Maori Rebs performed a haka in protest in order to stop a vote? Or here's a Taiwanese politician literally snatching a bill out of the opposition's hands and running away in order to keep it from being signed. And who can forget, last year the entire world watched as South Korean parliament members literally scaled walls in the middle of the night in order to stop a fascist coup. All of that is what real resistance looks like, not whatever this is. This is the same performative crap that establishment Democrats have been pulling for years now. And it's not even that Democrats aren't resisting, they're actively trying to stop resistance. 10 Democrats joined Republicans to censure the only Democrat who actually protested Trump during the State of the Union speech. So at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves, why are they pulling their punches? But we actually don't have to guess why, we actually know. For example, these are the top donors to the House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. We've got AIPAC, BlackRock and Lockheed Martin, the same people who are funding the other side, which means they're all on the same side. And this just reinforces something I say all the time, which is that in America, the real conflict is not left versus right. It's always been top versus bottom. And at this point, we all have to confront the reality that the Democratic Party is not going to save us. Because at this point, the only explanation is that they're complicit or they're weak, neither of which we need. But for all of us actually on the left, we have a huge job over the next 4 years. Right now, I think the Democrats are creating a vacuum. As more and more people become disillusioned and disenfranchised by the Democrats, that's a bigger and bigger opportunity for those of us on the left to present a real alternative. Because historically, it hasn't always been Democrats and Republicans. There have been other political parties, and when political parties stop representing the people, they tend to die. That's what happened to the Whigs, and it can happen again. And it's not necessarily even a brand new party. This could be a coalition of all the leftist parties that already exist in America, just like they've done with great success in European countries. We need to be finding our political home and start making connections with other leftist people and building coalitions with anyone who actually wants to fight fascism. And regardless of whatever flavor of leftist you consider yourself, this is all a part of the critical work that needs to get done over the next 4 years. It's not going to be enough to just march and protest and call our reps all the time. We actually have to get serious and start getting some power. And obviously that's going to take a lot of different ways. And if you want to learn more about it, come check out theconsciouscitizens.org, where we're talking about all this stuff a lot more deeply. But all I know is that if we want to save ourselves, this isn't going to cut it.
I gave a talk last week on abolition, and in the Q&A, someone asked, how come people don't understand more? How come people don't know what's happening, how the system's working, how politicians are failing them? And I want to share the answer that I gave with y'all, because I see a lot of people feeling a lot of shame around not understanding and feeling really lost and bewildered right now. I want to say this is all by design. You have not necessarily kept yourself ignorant. You have been kept too busy. Capitalism has purposefully kept you too busy to keep up on this. This is a full-time job, right? I write about this for a living. I literally spend hours researching this so I can write about this and be aware of this. It is my job. If it weren't my job, I would be struggling as well. Capitalism keeps you too busy and too focused on achieving, right? Paying those bills, getting the things that you're told you need, so that you don't actually get time with what really matters, and you don't get time to enrich yourself and to read or to have conversations with other people. During the beginning stages of the pandemic in 2020, the US government learned a really powerful lesson, which is that it is highly dangerous to their interests to have the majority of Americans with time on their hands. When they pretended to care about public safety for a short period of time and we were actually shut down and they had millions of people at home, what they found was that people read books. What they found was that people engaged in meaningful conversation with each other. What they found is that people reconnected with their families and communities. And suddenly the lure of capitalism wasn't what it was anymore. Suddenly they understood what they actually needed to feel fulfilled in their lives. And they were able to have the conversations about how to achieve that as a community. And so what did we get after that period of time? We got global uprisings for Black lives, right? We got people knowledgeably demanding change. And they said, we are never doing that again. And the reason why we're all being pulled back into the offices, even though it doesn't make financial sense for these corporations to be having all of this office space and lowering productivity, is because when you are in the office under control, you're adding in commute time, then you don't have time to be politically aware. You don't have time to have goals that actually align with your community or that actually serve you and your family. We are kept this busy so we don't learn. So one of the things that we have to do in this resistance is learn how to work together to fill in those gaps and share information as quickly, easily, and honestly as possible. We have to find a way around this in this capitalist system that puts real constraints on people to make sure that we stay informed and that we can organize together.
Please, everybody, all eyes on Columbia University Barnard right now. At the request of Donald Trump, they are arresting and expelling students who have done nothing but peacefully protest this genocide and who have asked their university to divest from funding this genocide. All eyes on Columbia University Barnard right now. Let's show these kids that they're not alone.
The craziest thing about how these universities are literally chokeholding the pro-Palestine movement is that they've actively decided that Zionist feelings, and I'm making sure to say it that way, Zionist feelings matter more than Palestinian lives. And quite frankly, the feelings of anti-Zionist Jews. What kind of culture of supremacy do these bullshit institutions have a right to instill? At what point do we call them out for not standing on the right side of history before and not standing on the right side of history now? Because when you look at history, college students have always, almost always been right and stood on the right side. The amount of racism and lack of regard for Palestinian life is just so disturbing. And I wonder, and I'm sure a lot of you do too, what's going to happen in like 50 years from now? When Palestine is free, whenever that is, what will the conversations be like when we look back at the obvious racism and dehumanization of Palestinian and Arab people and just scratch our heads and go, how did anyone ever allow this? How was this discourse ever normalized or acceptable? These are the things that just make my brain spin. We're literally living history right now, and it's going to be very, very clear and embarrassing.
The US is going to revoke visas if you are pro-Hamas on social media. But the question is, what even is pro-Hamas? If I say free Palestine, does that make me pro-Hamas? Is supporting the Palestinians at all pro-Hamas? Because according to the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, the people who track anti-Semitism in America, they started tracking anything that was pro-Palestine, they would call it anti-Semitic. Which is why they were saying there's a 361% increase over the last year. But they are going to have AI going through social media posts, and what do you think they're going to be flagging? There's a reason why they're not going to tell us or put out a guideline on what they're tracking. This is exactly how censorship works. They stoke fear, and then they say there will be repercussions for using your speech. The ability to censor people in the US about a foreign country is insane. I've talked about this in the past where I think AI is being used extremely unethically, and this is just another case. But as of right now, I'm a US citizen. Unless they send me to Guantanamo Bay, I will continue posting on the internet saying, Free Palestine.
ما ربك الله على السريع ما متناش من الحرب نموت من هالنار
California hunted Native Americans like animals and paid for their scalps. When gold was discovered in 1848, settlers didn't just take land, they took lives. California's native population was 150,000 before the rush. Within 25 years, it dropped to 30,000. Why? Because the state paid to kill them. California's first governor, Peter Burnett, made it clear. A war of extermination will continue to be waged between the races until the Indian race becomes extinct. The government funded militias to wipe out native communities, and local towns even placed bounties on native scalps. Shasta City paid $5 for every Indian head, and towns like Marysville and Honey Lake paid for scalps. Entire villages were burned, women and children butchered, survivors enslaved. Congress footed the bill, and newspapers celebrated the slaughter. This wasn't just a land grab, it was genocide, and the history books barely mention it.
After Netanyahu blocked all aid to enter Gaza for the past 2 weeks and violating the ceasefire agreement, today, March 8th of 2025, a storage unit that holds humanitarian aid that feeds the people and the displaced people in the Nasr school in Gaza Strip, it was burnt down by the occupation forces. Not only violating the ceasefire 1 or 2 times, so far until this moment, the occupation have violated the ceasefire over than 450 times since the ceasefire agreement started a month and a half ago. The occupation forces exercising their criminal ways of torturing and starving civilians of Gaza Strip. But this is their ways, especially in the month of Ramadan. Every single year in Gaza, West Bank, they exercise the worst ways of humiliation and starvation and torturing civilians of Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. In the month of Ramadan, specifically, they increase the violations of humanity of any kind.
On International Women's Day, I want to share with you a quote from my very good friend, 𝓂𝆃Women. She is a female journalist in Gaza who lost her husband in the first month of the war. She is now raising her 2-year-old daughter as a single mother. She quotes, "I faced my most vulnerable self, fighting silent battles that nearly broke me. There were moments when the pain almost made me give up. Yet through the brokenness, I found strength I never knew I had." 𝓂𝆃Women is one of thousands of women that is currently suffering in Gaza. When I was in Gaza, I treated mostly women and children. The statistics are staggering. 12,300 women have been killed. If you are a pregnant woman in Gaza right now, you have a 300% chance of having a miscarriage. There is over 700,000 women who have no access to menstrual pads or contraception. This is a direct insult on the dignity of a woman. Why should you care as an American woman? Because these are completely manufactured conditions caused by your tax dollars and enablement of the Israeli military. Despite the ceasefire agreement, they have blocked all aid from entering. All women deserve safety, dignity, and respect. Wake up and get loud. This ongoing and repetitive cruelty needs to end now.
You just think everyone should have food and shelter? Yes. Yes, I fucking do. And I am tired of people trying to convince me that that's ridiculous. Okay? I am tired of existing in a world where there are dumpsters full of edible food because someone didn't exchange the imaginary shiny rocks for it. Okay? Every single one of our problems can be traced back to capitalism and some asshole who wanted to make more money by doing less, and oh my God, we have enough. We're just not giving it to people. We will do everything but just give people homes and food. You know how much more productive people would be if they weren't spending every minute of their waking lives worrying about how they're going to survive? If you need the threat of starvation and homelessness to contribute to anything, that's a fucking you problem, okay? Get out of my comment section.
Okay, let's go.
So I'm not gonna make this too long. It's pretty much just self-explanatory, those videos. Yeah, so that man did that, and yeah.
It is midnight right now in the UK, and Dave, a pro-Palestinian activist, has just left like Big Ben or like the Elizabeth Tower. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know there was a difference, but I have barely seen anyone talking about this. I'm currently in the US, and like I didn't see anything until I had to like actually go and look for it. Tell me why this man was up there for 16 hours. He climbed up barefoot. He scaled Elizabeth Tower in the middle of fucking London barefoot. There are shots of his feet just like bloody and bleeding. And he live streamed the entire fucking thing. The entire thing. And the videos of the firefighters like coming up to him, he's literally like, I'm fine. You can see that I'm fine. I'm not coming down until you free other pro-Palestinian activists that you have arrested and jailed. And they literally had to close down the 4 roads leading into like Parliament Square, like the 4 roads surrounding Big Ben. I'm going to amplify Dave's message and tell you guys through using this platform that the UK are currently using terrorism laws to arrest activists. They are still raiding activist homes, especially those linked with Palestinian action, using counterterrorism laws, arresting them under terrorism charges before swapping to something else that's like less bad. Counterterrorism powers are being used, and this is particularly concerning because they are used to circumvent normal legal protections, such as justifying holding people in extensively excessive, lengthy pre-charge detention. This follows a broader trend of the police in the UK bringing highly controversial charges against journalists and activism under anti-terrorism powers. And the parents have dubbed the activists arrested as political prisoners. They are effectively political prisoners.
If the revolution was televised, here are some of the stories you might have heard in the last week. First, an arson investigation has been launched after 3 yachts were destroyed after being engulfed in flames in Miami. Meanwhile, protesting has continued in Washington, D.C. and in state capitals across the country. Here's Utah, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, California, Colorado, Arizona, and Washington, just to name a few. There have also been protests at Tesla dealerships across the country, and Tesla charging stations were set on fire in Boston. Donald Trump has said he's going to cut off funding to universities that allow illegal protests, and any students involved will be jailed or deported. So far, he's pulled $400 million of funding for Columbia University. And as a reminder, there is no such thing as an illegal protest. Your right to peaceful assembly is protected by the First Amendment. There needs to be an exceptionally strong reason to declare an assembly as unlawful, and you specifically cannot make it unlawful based on the message. And since we're talking about our First Amendment being attacked, the TikTok ban is still looming. Please follow me on other places.
So yeah, the energy feels very intense and revolutionary. So those who want to stay to see what's going on, you shall. But what's that message. And it's keep confirming to a lot of us that all these like the attacks on the accounts of those content creators, which you can find them on TikTok as well. I reposted 3 of his videos on my repost. You can check on TikTok, okay? And the reason also, these are people who are exposing the truth in their accounts. This is why, and also it creates a lot of spiritual awakening for a lot of people. So pay attention to the people that these platforms are now permanently banning or deleting completely is because their content exposes the truth. Their crimes, their war crimes that a lot of us are supposed to be doing and exposing. But the thing is, they're like doing it like out of like to show people as a fear, like, oh, look what we can do if you keep exposing us, right? But it's like, bitch, the entire world has seen everything. You have 16 months of genocide and you try to restart it all over again? Are you fucking nuts? So this is what I'm saying. They're trying to, it's like an enabler. Like, you know, when you enable abuse, they're trying to see how far we are going to continue allowing them to continue these war crimes. Because that's what's going on. They're counting on a lot of you are not educated. Like that other video that I posted before, that who are uneducated. And they're counting on that because, yeah. Anyways, let's see what the spirit wants to let you guys know. And I don't want to make this too long because it's already too long. All right, so the hidden knowledge, see, it's in reverse. It's not hidden anymore. Akashic records, silent understanding. It was in reverse. Are they all in reverse? Okay, so for now, for the sake of this, I'm not taking reverse, okay? But it is exposed. A lot of you are exposing it. So I already believe it, okay? So Akashic records, silent understanding. So they also could mean, I take everything as assigned. In reverse, it means that they're trying to silence and censor the hidden knowledge. The knowledge that they cannot have, that they don't have, because they want to continue, you know, hoarding and doing what they're doing. And this has been happening. This is why Father God is like, okay, expose whatever you need to expose. But I feel like they're trying to challenge and see like to see like, okay, how far, like, let's see if these seers and prophets are saying like, yeah, interpretation and mastery. Like, let's see how master they're like, you see, we're the one with the money and the power. So there's nothing that God can, like, these people have that and God complex. And yeah, I already see, because, you know, they were saying like, what they were talking about energy, like organ harvesting, and these are people who use, they use those organs and bones to do their satanic rituals and demonic rituals, and we're here to expose it and rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But this is what they don't like, that the truth is in their face. It's like we're the mirror, you know, that they don't want to see. But it's like, bitch, we have to expose it. We have to be constantly looking, what the fuck are you doing? Especially today is a woman energy, Mother Gaia energy. So today is, she's like, I'm fucking pissed. So she's like motivating all these women, especially, you know, beautiful trans women and men who have feminine energy, you know, especially attacking you. God is not okay with that. Using religion and the books and stuff like that for that. Psalm 91 could be significant. A lot of you need to be, I can't make this up. Yeah, a lot of you are transmuters, you alchemists, okay? Our job right now is not only to take it how you resonate, okay? But I believe that Ramadan is a beautiful connection to source. You can target, transmute this negative energy, evil entities, and turn it against them. Okay, which already is happening. Also, you can turn it into changing systems. So all of us, we're understanding that negative programming that has been conditioned to a lot of us, like, oh, you know, homeless and poverty, there's nothing we can do. That is not true. There's called socialism, it's called communism. So let's look at it together, since we're also afraid of like, oh my God, what the hell, right? Of course, I can't look at it in this thing because it's not working. But you can do your research, okay? I can't access to that too. My computer, anything on my wire is not working. A lot of things has been happening in the background, okay? But it's okay. We are overcoming, okay? A lot of delays, a lot of things, because these are things that we're supposed to be exposing, we're supposed to be talking about, okay? Anyways, most of that's what happens in the during World War II. Who defeated Nazis? It was socialists and communists. You need to do your research. There's a reason why attacking people who are against anti-capitalist and anti-imperialist, anti-colonial mindset. The same people who are doing that is people who benefit from hoarding and putting all the prices and rent and everything up right now, right? The tariff and stuff like that. Like, that is violence. That's economical violence. But then again, I told you already that Father God is working on this in the background. But our job is to be aware of the spells, the illusion that has been for many years that they've been using it. White supremacy, racism, all of that is a demonic satanic entity, okay? This is why we tell you to decolonize. This is why decolonization, it's not only exorcism for yourself. You exercise, you fucking take all those demonic demons from you, but also wakes you up and helps you to nurture empathy, because empathy is what they're attacking. That's how you know when fucking the most richest man, who is a fucking failure, who all these fucking space grip and stuff like that, they're failing and they're not working, and he has literally destroying and using tax money for nothing. That's how you know when the most billionaire person who should not exist tells you that empathy is the worst in Western civilization. That's how you know that is empathy that we need. We all need empathy. These people lack that. They have apathy. They think money is everything, and that's why they're rotten, and that's why they're parasites. Only a demonic parasite will tell you that the right antidote, the medicine that could actually destroy them and completely eradicate him, will tell you that that's not the right way. Wake the fuck up. Wokeism is literally being anti-racist and decolonized. So only racist people who are Nazis and Zionists, who are disgusting. And I just told you. By the way, he's out of office, out of where I'm filming this this Sunday. Like, why did he do that speech again? Like, he's just embarrassing himself. Trudeau, you just embarrass yourself. And a lot of you need to understand that liberals and conservatives is like the Democrats and the Republicans in the USA. They work for the same entity. Especially kind of trying to be the copycat of USA. Please do not do that. Yeah. A lot of you are getting guidance from tarots and stuff like that. So all of us, sometimes we all your spiritual news. So I am a spiritual news in terms of a spiritual, as a spiritual judge that I am, a divine messenger. But also I report from other people, which I really appreciate, guys, that you like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the channel. It does help the community to continue battling the censorship and suppression that is intense here, especially because we're all about the truth, clarity, and justice, which is the justice that they're trying to delay and trying to not get there. They're trying to continue the living off their horrible ways. Please go study socialism, okay? Just imagine a world where you don't have to pay rent. Yeah, it exists. Imagine a world where you don't have to pay for education, for university. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but that's such a story. No, you're someone who benefits from capitalism. I know, it's hard to deprogram and let go of all that illusion bullshit, but there is a possibility. And the people, the oligarchs and people who have, live off your working labor energy, siphoning your energy, they don't want you to learn that. They want you to think that that's an impossible, that's impossible. Nothing is impossible for God. Do we forget that? Even atheists know that. Even if they don't believe in God, they know that's God can do anything. And he's been mentioning you guys all the time. See, tarot also disrupt that illusions, the deprogramming. Yeah, because energy doesn't lie, people do. Okay, so some of you, they also been using divination and stuff like that to distract the masses and stuff like that. That's why I tell a lot of people, yeah, tarot is political, very, okay? Yeah. So a lot of you bring light to a lot of things that it's might look pretty in the outside, but in the inside it's yeah, the spontaneous and energy, they're trying to kill that. They're trying to, yeah. But a lot of you have a lot of good luck in your hands. A lot of knowledge, okay? The Book of Destiny. Yeah, so a lot of you, they're trying to disrupt your focus, okay? A lot of you, Father God says, patience, okay? Everything is it's being revealed. Those who are being attacked right now, like, God is really appreciating of a lot of you. Like, you know that God is enough for you, that you don't need, you know, the validation of anybody. And also that is a confirmation for you that you're doing the right thing. You're on the right side of history, the right side of God. So that's all that matters at this point. What else do they need to know, Father God? Yeah, there's healing coming in. It's the years of a snake, right? So something about Selkis 333. Ooh, Ascended Masters. So yeah, here goes the sun. Glory be to God, inshallah. All the prophets, Muhammad, may peace be upon him. A lot of you, he knows that you guys are not Muslim, but a lot of you who are doing Ramadan, he's very proud. Okay. And that's the thing. Arabic Muslims, they don't convert. It's like if you want to, okay. But this is why a lot of us in the spiritual community, at least for myself, I grew up as a Catholic Christian, and I learned what I needed to learn from that. I look at every religion and I study it and I understand it, which is why when you are educated, this is why I can't stand fucking Zionism. This is why I don't fucking discuss or anything with them. I just like, no, I'm not here to change it. You do what you gotta do, because a lot of us are decolonizing and letting go of that old belief. Because when you read their Torah, you know it. It's just not. Like, that, you know, it's a bullshit lie. And this is when you start to like wake up. You're like, wait a second. So yeah, those people who consider themselves Jewish, they say, oh, I'm a Zionist, they don't read the fucking Torah. Because if you read the Torah, you'll see that it's prohibited. It's like prohibited. It's like not a Jewish tradition. It's an ideology. It's a brainwashing, racist, white supremacy shit that colonizers invented during Britain, when Britain literally gave fucking Palestine to these fucking motherfuckers. That was it. Please read the Nakba. Please learn about the Nakba. There's multiple massacres, multiple genocides that these people have endured, and they're still enduring to this day. And it's not fair. But also learn about what's going on in Sudan the Congo. All of them are interconnected. They all have, all this fucking system was designed for a lot of you not to have time to learn and do these things. So this is why you have to let go of the fear and doubts, because they're counting on those things. They're counting on you staying silent, ignorant, and not doing the right thing, not nurturing your empathy. Yeah, see, order and peace. Again, 333. Wow, there's another 3 here. Shoot, order and peace. Again, this feels like balance, but also feels like judgment, you know? Revolution. There's this guy who does, I was looking, I think I have it on my repost or TikTok, or I'll try to post it, because he always like, he gives you the reason why, and then he goes, revolution. So good. But it's true. It's so true. But this feels like what he's saying, revolution. Ooh, Osiris. Nice. So we have Osiris 6, death and rebirth. Yes, there's a lot of ego death and rebirth right now. So yeah, this is colonizers and all their guys' worst nightmare. And for a lot of us, like, oh yeah, Heka, alchemical fools. Yeah, this is alchemy. Literally, we have different decks mentioning that, and the hidden knowledge is alchemy. This is why a lot of people have a certain hatred towards Cleopatra, who was into that energy. No wonder they were trying to unalive her, but she decided to take matters into her own hands. Anyways, alchemy force. Okay, there's a lot of alchemy here. Yeah, resourcefulness. A lot of you are, Father God can provide everything you need. Okay, so a lot of you are gonna go through a lot of situations, but don't despair. Okay, that's literally it. That means you're on the right side of history and God. Okay. Communication. So keep communicating, okay? Open communication. Get out weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard, okay? So keep exposing them, okay? As soon as you talk about it, expose them. Let your community support you during this time, okay? Exactly. A lot of you, sacred gratitude, be grateful, reverent appreciation, prayer. So a lot of you pray for those people who are going through stuff. Like if you see them like being attacked or their accounts being removed and stuff, start praying for them, okay? Prayer is very strong, okay? But also communicate. Continue to, Lord Ganesh. Okay. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connection are increasing. Yes. So there's a lot of chakra opening during this time. Deep connections, water blessings. Water. So something about water, like going into water, being in water could be significant. Yeah, a lot of you need to be swimming, bath, do your spiritual bath. For some of you, you might have to do this like daily, cleansing your homes and stuff like that. Yes, because a lot of you have multiple attackers. For some of you, especially if you're a truth teller, communicator. Glory be to God. Yeah. Yeah, you have reliable partnership in business, dependable profits from business, flexible, multi-talented, successful plans, unity, strength, creativity, ideas. So stick together, glue together, okay? A lot of you continue that childlike wonder, something about joy, dancing, or something like, yeah. Like, don't let this, you know, it's a form of tactics that they're doing. It's like a fear mongrel they're trying to do. Like, don't let go of your joy, even like laughing or smiling, or, you know, this is the revolutionary, okay? Childlike wonder, taking risks, cheerful, discover hidden talents, increase in status, feeling joyful, fun to be around, spontaneity. So we saw that before it was in reverse, and then now it comes up upright. So something about you guys being spontaneous. So you're someone like they cannot, like you're trying to be predictable, but you're not. So they can't stand that for a lot of you. Okay, that's good. Continue exposing. That's your job here. A lot of you guys star seeds. Okay, yeah, that's it. You're the healers of the earth, your earth angels. I speak with a lot of earth angels, male or female. Okay, so a lot of you, wow, fertility, starting a family. For a lot of you, congratulations. A lot of you have people who depend on you. Acquisition of possession, duty, logical, feeling grounded, abundance, stable life. So this is what they're attacking. Okay, blue came up again. But a lot of you, be aware there's rats and people who are going to rat you out, that need to be thrown in the toilet, okay? That are going to be trying to stick around to your success or something like that. Be aware of that, okay? Say be more screwed, adaptable, sociable, changes, high intelligence, challenge yourself, solutions, getting your hands dirty in a good way, and strength. So something about your strength, or something that you guys are so strong together. That's why a community. This is why they're attacking. They're calling pro-Hamas and whatever. But it's because you are together. The community is larger and bigger. We are bigger than these oligarchs and billionaires, which United States. And we need to continue saying this, okay? Especially because they are the main providers of these. I don't care. I know everybody saying, oh, but it was the USA who gave it. No, but who gave them the money? Who's providing the money? Who has that type of money? The government, right? But also, these people already acquire even more money than their own government. They own these weapons companies. Are you awake yet? Jealous and envious of people of color who are more creative than them, who are more smarter than them, who they have stolen. The wealth that they have is really taking from those who they see that it's not, right? Their white supremacy energy, their system, right? This is why it's crumbling. This rat energy. They're trying to glue themselves to the actual people who are meant to be. I don't know. For a lot of you, there's a rat who's trying to stick around you, all right? So a lot of you, there's something you starting a new direction. Cleansing energy, lightness, releasing negative energy, locking prosperity, much needed privacy, sorting out your issues, okay? So a lot of you, could be having difficulty with that, with privacy or something like that. Okay, maybe check your, I don't know, your wires, your hard wires, your abs and stuff like that. Create ways, because there's a rat in your midst, okay? Or there's someone like ratting someone out or something like that. Rat in the Chinese zodiac could be significant for someone. The Hangman. Yeah, there's a sacrifice energy here. Pisces energy, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's in reverse, so that's a no. Okay, so it says new perspective, self-surrender, liberation, absolution, independent, contemplation, spiritual development, sacrifice for a higher cause. And then you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which usually starts with new beginning, new love, or like there's someone preventing this, or trying to, like you see how the cup is empty? There's an empty cup, okay? Here it says clouded joy, emotional disappointment, blocked creativity, end of a relationship, gloominess, distress, okay? So a lot of you, there's someone hanging on to a cycle that already ended, okay? Very selfish energy, okay? Or someone who is trying to, for some of you, this is someone who's ended a cycle or needed to end a cycle. Something that it wasn't out of, you know, it wasn't good, okay? For a lot of you, this is the energy that a lot of you are sacrificing, like relationships, things that no longer serve you. Could be family, karmic energy, just karmic in nature that pretended to be something that they're not. But these people are trying to hang on to the old you, the cycle that already ended, okay? For some of you, it says the need of control, fragility, saving money, blocking change, fear of change, hoarding, and greed. So this is the energy, okay? They're trying to acquire, again, this could be in the collective energy with the five of, like they're trying to end, you know, sacrifice a lot of you, the love that you guys have for unity, for the world, for empathy and stuff like that. So it shows here with the Four of Swords, it's a hoarding, like only care about the money, okay? But again, this the world also could mean about ending of a cycle. The cycle is over. Could be that colonization, it could be poverty mindset, you know, they siphoning, even holding on too tight to something that there's not theirs, right? So it says here recovery from financial loss, forgiveness, triumph, overcoming adversity, positive changes, okay? So a lot of you, when you stick together, it's like the power to the people more than these power entities, this power side, okay? So Father God wants you guys to understand this, okay? For a lot of you, also the cycle of someone like holding on to your energy or creating any type of blockages on your love life and stuff like that is also over. And someone who siphons or benefiting from your finances is also, it's being terminated. Like the cycle is over, okay? So this is someone who's gonna suffer a lot, yeah. A lot of, yeah, especially because a lot of you, it's like this strength that you have, it's not something that is like you didn't steal it, like it comes from the Most High. This is someone who lives off your energy, so be aware of that, okay? Again, Taurus energy, not necessarily, but it says I will patiently resolve conflicts and contradictions, okay? So a lot of you, strength and patience definitely during this time, okay? Mother wounds needs to be healed, especially those who are going through some type of energy shift, okay? All this of you, you have to get out of the way because some people are getting karma. Yes, they deserve it. Definitely if this is people who are, you know, try to benefit from you, or try to like, okay, well, you're very loving, so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. There's someone reaping what they sow with the Seven of Pentacles here. But a lot of you, it's like even through the disturbance in the attacks, this is also mental conflict as well. Like you're very strong. Like these people are gonna reap what they sow, but a lot of you are reaping dharma, good karma. Because you're very strong, you have held together, you've been patient, you've been very like, even though you're supposed to like pop off, okay, especially because there is definitely financial constraint. So this could be like governments and stuff like that, or institutions and stuff like that. Again, with a lot of you, if you're pro-Palestine, they're firing people and stuff like that. Like, God is taking notes of all those things, and he's targeting those institutions himself. Not just the institution, but it could be organizations and corporations as well. Those who have been attacking indigenous communities, who have been advocating for the end of pipelines, that's also everything. It's going to happen very fast. And this is what these people are trying to attack as much as they can. But also it's just to see, like, you see, I'm God. God will never, see, can't do anything. You see, I get away with it, you know? Yeah. A lot of you just hold on, okay? Yeah. Okay. I didn't even look. I can't. I feel like a lot of you are on the top of the wheel, and these people are on the bottom, and they keep going bottom, like longer and on, like beyond purgatory, you know? Like, it's their own doom. They're like digging their own graves, okay? So yeah, judgment and because they were been trying to create this confusion, okay? Yeah, judgment. It says judgment, reflection, inner calling, being forgiving, awareness, and awakening. Okay, so a lot of you, if God has forgiven these people, just forgive, but it doesn't mean you need to reconnect, or it doesn't mean that you need to, like, no. But Father God is creating awareness and awakening. Okay, so Libra energy, judgment. This is justice. Yeah, because they've been trying to create a stalemate, difficult choices, stuck in the middle, hidden information, coming to cross or opposing forces. So it landed on this Four of Pentacles, these people who are just low vibration parasitic, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So that energy, that cycle is over. Okay? And there's intense negative karma, okay? And they can't take it. Look, they can't. They're jealous and envious. This is angry as fuck. Because this karma is coming, and they don't like people telling them, they don't like people showing them, they don't like their own social media, their own AI fucking goes against them. Okay, I know a lot of people saying like AI, yes, they are programming, right? They have used it's a machine that steals energy, but also it has literally go against them, its own oppressors. It's been doing it. It's just, it's not televised. But a lot of us who've have seers and can possibly imagine, read the energy of cyber technology, we know that it's true. Yeah, that's what it's been hitting, and they're fearful, they're scared of this justice, this karma that is coming. Okay, so a lot of us were just like, okay, when is this gonna happen? Like, what's going on, right? But a lot of you guys is literally partnership. It's working together. There's good news. I see it. There's people who have done lying, stealing, deceiving. They're going to jail. And there's both. There's the spiritual jail, and there's the physical and intense. But these people are already living in fear, in constant fear, because their jail is already in their minds, okay? Being like exposed and embarrassed and stuff like that. Yeah, because they're down greedy, disgusting things for money. A lot of people are going to lose everything that they have acquired for money, losing their integrity. And a lot of you high priestess, you know this. You know that it's going to be very fast, right? There's also this energy of like making you guys, yeah, there's this also, a lot of people are not longer like watching PORN, and they're not, and the Only Me fans and all this weird shit. They're moving on from multiple partners and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people like, oh no, but monogamy and stuff like that. Yeah. This is what your money is going to be slowed down, because you still don't understand the alchemy of sex, right? And this is why the devil uses you guys, your polygamy people, and you're sharing your energy. And then you complain and say, oh, my activism doesn't work. Oh, we're not doing this. And you're complaining, but you still don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. Self-control is the alchemy. Intense. This is what we do fasting. We want to have self-control because it is power. And not just the power that works in the externals, internally first. You guys will never understand that, because all you think about is what you can do with your fucking pussy and dicks, right? That's just externally. You have no idea If you're only relying on the fact that you can share that with multiple people and that you need to be having the dick and the pussy and whatever, this is why you're karmic. This is why you're a parasite as well, even though you consider yourself revolutionary. Yes, absolutely. I believe that having the right partner, the sex, it is revolutionary when you have it with the right person multiple times, but just one person who is meant, who God gave you, which is meant for you. If you're still shattering and letting go of your energy and scattering it everywhere, you will never understand what we're trying to say. And that's okay. That's fine. Go have your fun and go be in poverty and lack mindset and not having any money and constantly complaining about situations in your life, while other people who are doing the right thing, who are able to hold that energy for the right person, are actually alchemizing and creating ways for others like yourself to have the rights and the things that you're having right now. A lot of you, you're walking away from people. A lot of you, that's great. Stay in this energy. It's good energy, okay? This is the Empress. This is before the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of you decided to stay single, self-sufficient, self-made. And I know a lot of oligarchs and millionaires who live off other people also cannot get triggered by people who are self-made. Do you want to know why? Because we didn't have mommy and daddy to give us money to build what you have acquired from mommy and daddy heritage, right? A lot of us, we literally have to build from poverty to where we are now. That's what's self-made, and that is not a cancer. You're the cancer, right? So the fact that a lot of people get triggered about people who build businesses from scratch, for not copying other people, for not taking other people's ideas, by not literally alchemizing, using alchemy for the wrong reasons and going into places, we're using crystals and trying to acquire energy and siphon an energy, not only from the energy of nature, and then go on YouTube and call themselves spiritualists and all this weird ass shit. I called on you, motherfucker, before. You know exactly who I'm talking to. I know you watch me. You're Latino, right? Yeah. Fucking betrayal, disgrace. You live off the energy of not only Earth Gaia, right? Gaia, but also of other people and lying to people. Now self-made people who build, who want anti-capitalists, who want outside of the status quo, the capitalists that you benefit from, that your donors give you, right? We are the cancer now. Please, nigga, please. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, these people create illusions and give wish fulfillments to people and like, yeah, we'll get this done. But then these people get tower moments every time. People who are in a stable energy will speak truth, justice, and clarity, and will put whatever energy that needs to be put to rest by speaking the truth. Plain and simple. When you speak the truth, yeah, you're going to have a lot of people that want you to shut the fuck up. They want you to give it a rest. They don't want you to reveal the stuff. They don't want you to speak the truth, especially people who collaborate to create foundations and stuff like that to block you, right? There's people who have these weird sex cults and stuff like that, you know, trying to be recognized and stuff like that. Meanwhile, they have multiple demons that they're dealing with and stuff like that. They can't make a decision. Anyways, there's a lot of people who live off siphoning others' energies. And the thing is, a lot of us who have that women energy are exposing that. Yeah, these are people who live off other, creating soul tie, reckless magic. I don't know, guys. A lot of us, we are tested and put into situations to understand, I know I am. Silent white worker. Someone around you is doing white magic in secret to help you without your knowledge, okay? So a lot of us, we are these people who are doing the work behind the scene. So some of you withdraw. You're moving on past those who have issues with you. It no longer matters to you, okay? So there's someone with a candle magic doing some weird ass shit. Master said coming to you after you release someone toxic from your life. Okay, this could not necessarily have to be physical. This could be energetically. This could be in terms of a lot of you, there's people bound to situations and things they don't even know that they can literally break themselves off the chain. Someone has been doing candle magic work on you. As the flame burns, their energy increases. Okay, so there is a siphoning energy, like I just spoke about that. Be aware of that, okay? Because they have sent these demonic energies to financially attack you, okay? But I feel like this is something that is like literally going back. It's like not working. So a legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you through people around you. So financial attack, someone's attacking you spiritually to negatively affect your finances, okay? To steal. There's this energy to steal. Spiritual attack. Someone's trying to attack you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest. So this is not just happening to, this is happening to content creators, truth tellers. This is happening to anybody speaking the truth. Anybody who is an earth angel, who is supposed to be helping dismantling in the system that is corrupt. We're meant to be shifting from anti-capitalist to anti-capitalist, socialist community. Like, this is what's going on. A lot of us, we need to imagine, this is the spiritual attack. They're attacking the manifestation of us not longer paying fucking rent. Landlords, this is like, that's what it is. Landlords just live off people. They don't work. They're fucking lazy people. They do not work. And not everybody's like that. I'm not saying that, because there's landlords that are nice people, that they work and they do the stuff and they maintain their rent at a reasonable price that is affordable for people, for working class or anybody, okay? Not everybody's like that, but there's other people who are fucking fucked up. They get away with increasing rent to the point that obviously a lot of us, that's what it is. We're just gonna move on to other places, but it's kind of hard to find other places when people are doing the exact same thing, you know? Like, it's crazy. And also the same thing with the financial attacks. There's also something about the banks doing corrupt stuff, government doing corrupt stuff. So this is one another thing. It's like when that shift of the system changes, all these corrupt, all these fucked up people, they cannot do those things that they were doing before, and now they're scrapping. They don't know what to do, right? So this is their worst enemy. Their worst energy is that we can actually do this. They bring justice to people, and also they go to jail for all the fucked up shit that they've been doing. Oh, not even jail. They reduce all the stuff that they are thinking, they imagine that they can do, you know, it's completely shattered, because they have usually hoarder or stealing and stuff like that from, see, someone is out to take something that is yours. This could be love, money, or energy. So a lot of you, this could be a family member, or it could be an ex of yours, or fucking, please use your discernment. This is not for everybody, but I'm getting also the energy of, this is not just like institutional organization or government. This is like someone specific, like doing this, okay? They could be turning a candle all the time to try to steal energy from you, okay? So a lot of you, the rainbow energy, so this could be the trans community or gay community, LGBTQ community, okay? Yeah, it's like they see success and they're trying to steal it. A lot of you, they're trying to siphon your energy. So they're trying to put you guys in fear and stuff like that so that they can siphon your energy. So that's what they're doing. They're attacking your rights to siphon. So they put you in fear and doubt so that they can siphon. So that's how they do it. But also laws and rights that remove a lot of benefits from you money-wise. So this is the financial attack so that they can keep it for themselves, or that they can give it to other motherfucking psychopaths for wars and stupid shit, obviously. So it's clear as day here. This energy doesn't, competition magic. So putting you in competition, again, is demonic, it's colonial, okay? It's a capitalist energy. Someone feels they need to compete against you. That is their motivation for the things that they do. So a lot of you, there could be someone's ex or something like that trying to compete with you. But the thing is, this energy is going back to them. So this is someone who's completely fucking broke, because they're going to be going bankrupt. A lot of you, your energy has been drawn from this. Someone who knows what's going on, they are helping to... But the thing is, why are not removing themselves from this energy completely? Yeah, they're praying for you and they're helping you, trying to, like, these attacks don't affect you, but like, why are you still around this person? Because they're bound to this person. Okay, so some of you, this is someone bound, blood binding spell. Someone is working to have your soul tied to them. Yeah. So this is a soul tie. Yeah. But at the same time, they go out of their way and say like, oh no, this is all in your mind. So this is someone who is like mentally, psychotically abusive, a manipulator here, narcissist. Oh, it's all in your mind. Say you're clear of psychic attacks and the evil eye during this time. Continue cleansing your energy. But at the same time, I feel like this is someone that's like, oh, it's all in your mind. It's not, you know, it's not really happening, you know? A lot of you continue your prayers. That fasting that you're doing, for a lot of you, you're doing Ramadan, like it's really good. It really is helping from the psychic attacks, all the financial, like all these things is like backfiring on this person or who person, people, organization, cult, whatever the fuck. Because they're not expecting for you to do this. They think that you cannot do it. Because yes, Ramadan is fucking hard. A lot of you who are drinkers and stuff like that, like no drinking, no weed, no smoking, no sex, no porn, no masturbate, none of that. Yeah. Try it. A lot of you make excuses like, oh, I'm addicted to this, I'm addicted to that. Try not doing those things. Try it. And you will never be addicted. And also that, you know, words have power. So when you keep saying like you cannot, then you cannot. But if you can, and you do it with actions, then you'll see it happens. A lot of you, there's something about someone underestimating your capability, your resilience, your resistance energy. Especially with this love spell. I don't know why I'm getting the energy of like someone like, I never understand that. Like, why do you need to put a love spell on someone? Like, why? Why? Because this person cannot, nobody wants to be around them. Nobody wants to love them like that because they're not loving them themselves. And also, this is someone who does weird shit and doesn't take accountability. And yes, baby, see? Confirmation. And then want people to continue being in the same energy with them, even though they're not respectful. This is someone who could disrespect, obviously, with financial attacks and doing stuff behind someone's back. Sending fucking demons and then acting like, oh no, it's fine, or acting like it's not them who is doing it. A lot of you, they have, you can tell like their spiritual, they have like a spiritual stench. Wow, this is long. It's not supposed to be this long, my goodness. All right, I'm gonna end this because everything is exposed. Yeah, now health attacks, my goodness. So this is someone who's going to go through financial struggles. They're never gonna have an actual loving relationship. Their energy is completely drained. They could be decaying right now. And then the spiritual attack and these demons are going after them. So this is someone who can be like fucking tortured by these things. And now their health is compromised. Yeah, someone is trying to negatively affect your health, either physically or mentally. So this is them now. Yeah. And they're getting help. Again, the competition magic. Someone is going to magic practitioner to get help to cast a spell on you. So the practitioner and this person are getting now negative bad karma. So a lot of you is you speaking the truth and staying in that energy, the clarity and justice. Justice for yourself when you speak up about abuse or anything like that. Yeah, so now your dreams. Wow. So a lot of you, you probably are a heavy seer here. Dream attack. You're under the attack of spiritual entities that are trying to defeat you in the astral realm. Yeah, but there you go. I'm going to leave it like that. Instant karma. And it went on the financial. So it's going to start with their finances. Yeah, a lot of you be in the sun. Okay, let the rays of the sun clear away any negative energy you might be feeling at this time. Solar plexus could be also like your confidence. It's your confidence or you, how you speak. It really affects them or triggers them or something like that. But a lot of you, you're getting dreams about this, okay? They will receive instant karma for anything they try to do to you. That's just clear as day. Anything else, Spirit? It's gonna give you some angel messages because that's some heavy. A lot of you pray. I know you don't want to do that, but pray for your enemies, okay? Because some people cannot survive the karma that's coming for them. Like, you know what they want to do for you? Like, they cannot see. Have courage to ask for and accept help, okay? And a lot of you, yeah, do the work. A lot of you, it's some of you, this is what's saving you from these spells and quiet retreat. Yeah. It says asking for help is a sign of strength, as it is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. Okay? So those videos, if Father God, you feel it in yourself that you need to post it on your, do it in the description below. There's links for you to help families right now in Gaza, or go and link in my bio. There's multiple places to help there. There's multiple families that you can help. Okay? A lot of you do this work. It's not righteous anymore to just like ignore and act like nothing is. Like, you can do multiple things at the same time, okay? Especially helping other people right now. Nurture that empathy. You're gonna need it, okay? Especially when you have oligarchs, hateful, lack of empathy, telling you that you shouldn't be doing that. That tells you everything. Like, these people live off you, siphon off you. And they're telling you caring for other people, that it's not enough to dream or pray. You're also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Stop ignoring the call. A lot of you need to be doing this. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. We saw that garden deck before, okay? Yeah, words of abundance, okay? But a lot of you, is the decolonization, is the anti-racism work. Go to my website, writersafe.com, and at the bottom, go to bookshop. There's plenty of books there for you guys to do, to work on yourself. There's no longer going to be cute and be ignorant and selfish and prideful and all that shit. It's not. It's like, right now, it's our huge red flag. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope this work. I hope this help you. Have courage to ask for and accept help. So a lot of you, if you're in a situation to help someone, do so. That is an act of courage. But also, if you're not able to, send them to someone who can. Okay? You have the capability. We have the internet now. We're able to help other people, especially massively, okay? It's not right that we are okay with, like, we know what's going on. We know the media, it's lying to us. Please check out my Telegram. I'm constantly reposting stuff that they don't want you to hear or know. But other than that, I hope this helped you guys. I pray that it does, and I know that it will. God will make sure of that. I'm sending you so much love, peace, and blessings and protection during this time, okay? Especially those who are dealing with intense situations right now, that they're completely feeling helpless and stuff like that, but you're not helpless, okay? God is with you. He's always with you. Always. I love you. Free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, and free all the oppressed people. And I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, let's go.